Welcome to this winter wonderland. How lovely is that? You can probably hear the crunch of the snow and ice under my feet, and you certainly don't need me to talk over it. Let's go. Can you see the moon? It's past full, but it's still there. And if I swizzle round, we've got full sun on our shoulder. And I'm in the 70-acre plantation near the tiny house, which has been planted with, it looks like Christmas trees, but I don't think they are for harvesting as Christmas trees. Certainly not this year. I think I'm going to buy and therefore dispose of afterwards. I've seen a miniature real Christmas tree with lights in the co-op, and I'm going to buy one for the tiny house. I might buy it today. I'm in a remarkably festive mood already, despite the Christmas pop songs in the co-op this morning. Getting my coffee and sandwich, and I've enjoyed my coffee parked up on a very icy, you can hear the ice crunching under my feet now, and I just feel almost obliged on a morning like this that might never be repeated in my lifetime. That's really how I feel. I don't know if I will ever have this opportunity to go on my favourite round walk. It's only 20 minutes with snow underfoot, and who knows how long we'll be here for. Such thoughts brought on by a dear friend of mine whose ex has just been diagnosed with terminal liver cancer and is under what is politely or sensibly called palliative care. What you and I might say, the end is nigh. But of course, I'm not going to develop that theme, other than to say there's a jet just passing under the moon. I won't show you because you won't be able to see it. But we're all going somewhere, and I like the expression, we're all on our final cruise. And between you and me, this is apropos nothing really. I've been wondering what to do over Christmas, and I want to visit my brother in Paris. He's not long for this world, obviously, he would agree. It's no surprise, he's in his late 80s now, and I'd like to see him before he pops off his mortal coil. And then afterwards, I've been looking up river cruises, believe it or not. I know. Who's promised themselves they would never go on a cruise? Well, this isn't a cruise. This is a river cruise. I'll see how I get on with that. But we never know when this will be the last time. This could be the last time I walk in the snow in my favourite woods. I've been thinking how much I'm like an onion. Do I look like an onion? I look a bit like an onion head, don't I? This is a very special gift hand knitted for me by Nicola in Montana, which has kept my head warm. It is minus something this morning, but it's unmissable. Yes, I feel a bit like an onion. How so? Well, despite my sort of semi-hermit, half-recluse life in the tiny house, it seems that the layers are coming off. I have to show you that. Over the dale. It's very snowy and icy underfoot. What do I mean? Well, the truth is, I suppose I craved simplicity, both in living and in relationships. In my move to the tiny house, which is now 2 years this month, actually 2 years this week. I've not really celebrated it, so I will do now. Hurrah, 2 years in the tiny house. And I've just replied in a text message to my oldest and dearest mate. We've had a little standoff recently. In fact, I blocked him on social media, which is a very unusual thing to do with your best mate. And I won't divulge what the specific sort of point of difference was, but I have replied to it this morning, and I must say I feel better for it. One thing I am learning is to grasp nettles in small ways, not every way. I'm not very practical still in the tiny house, still haven't sorted out the dirty water tank, but dirty water in relationships are much better these days at flushing. I think I call it keeping a clean fish tank. My instinct is not to let things fester, and so I've replied to my best mate and feel sort of liberated for having done so. But I'm noticing that even in the pub last night with a couple of mates, our modern life seems to be full of triggers, doesn't it? You can barely talk about Strictly Come Dancing, which I don't, or X Factor, which I don't, without triggering somebody. And let's not mention the T word or the Musk word. Everything seems to be, and this is very topical from this morning, a landmine, and we tread carefully. I'm finding myself treading very carefully, and what it's doing is when something erupts, like with my best mate just now I've mentioned, it feels to me personally anyway, I'm just oversensitive, I know, but it feels like another layer is dispensed with, is peeled off. That's the expression, peeled off. So when we feel triggered, if there is any genuine oneness and kindness and civility, despite whatever differences, and goodness me, we can excavate the differences, can't we? It seems to me we have a choice. Some might call a responsibility to respond, how we choose to respond to when we are triggered. And this might sound a little simplistic, but you can either harden your layer and polish your prejudices. That's a nice little alliteration, polish your prejudices, or do a strip and peel off a layer, which feels risky, but apparently necessary. So whoever you are triggered by, try doing a strip tease of prejudice and judgmentalism, like I hope I am trying to do with my best mate. And I'm freezing my tits off now, so that's enough. See ya.